Okay, I am going to do a quick review on this Ozark Trail 26 quart high performance cooler. Just got it off Walmart.com for $49. It is June of 2023. I don't know how much longer this price is going to be here, but it's a really good deal for a $49 cooler. So let's see what you can get with this cooler. You will get this very cool steel handle with a nice grippy grip on there that's comfortable. You got two roto-molded handles on each side, here and here. This is the Gen 2. The Gen 1 didn't have the cool latches, so you get these super easy to work latches. I mean, that's great. Look at those things. You get a drain plug. And this is what's going to make this review better than every other review out there. There's so many reviews that people hate this thing. Oh, one quick thing. You get a fishing ruler. It's up to 17 inches and two cup holders. This fishing ruler probably won't apply to me because I don't catch anything below 17. But, you know, for other people who catch smaller fish, you'll be able to use this ruler just fine. So anyway, the reason why I'm going to make this video is YouTube is full of incompetent cooler reviews where people line up their 2 or 3 coolers and then they dump a bag of ice in there and, you know, then they do a shootout. You know, that's kind of useless. Let's talk about how a cooler should properly be used. This cooler here is 16 pounds, okay? Think about physics, think about math, just for a moment here. If you put ice in this thing at room temperature or ambient temperature, let's say it's sitting in your garage and your garage is 90 degrees, how much ice do you think that this cooler is going to melt before all 16 pounds of cooler becomes cold enough to hold ice? It's probably going to melt a lot of ice. So unless you pre-chill these coolers, you are not going to get a realistic opinion of not only this cooler, but any cooler. So, you know, people who are doing these shootouts and giving you real-world expectations, pre-chill your cooler. Here I am pre-chilling my cooler. I have a frozen jug of water. I have another frozen jug of water. I have some ice. I will let this sit in here for 24 hours before I fill this thing with ice and a different one of these frozen things, frozen bottles of water, and then and only then will I determine how long will this thing store ice. Also, you have a nice rubber gasket. Let's not forget that. Oh, and real quick, a bottle opener. 2 things I forgot. But anyway, going back to how to use this cooler. Inside this cooler, no one ever reads this stuff, but it gives you a chart that tells you what to expect. And right here, it says that you should always, well, let's skip to number 3 and work backward. Pack your cooler completely full. See that picture right there? That's what completely full looks like. That's half full. The reason why you pack your cooler completely full is trying to keep cold these big air pockets is the hardest thing, not only for this cooler, but for every cooler. So if you're trying to get maximum, you know, chilling time, pack the sucker cool. Pack it full of ice or whatever it is you want, your food, your beverages, and then full of ice. The right type of ice. If you're using ice from an ice maker, that stuff is mostly hollow and it melts really fast. They say that the ice from your freezer is a much better choice. And then here's the chart that shows you what you can do, what you can expect in terms of capacity as far as holding ice in your cooler. So here's a chart that shows if this thing is full of ice, it'll hold 30 pounds. You'll get between 4 and 5 days of ice retention. Here's the chart that says if it's 1/3 of your cooler has food and drink, the other 2/3 is ice, you're going to get 3 days. If you're going to fill it half of your food and drink and half of cubed ice, you're going to get about 2.5 days. And this is approximate. Now, it might go a little bit longer if the ambient temperature outside is 80, 85 degrees. It might be a little bit less if it's 95 or 100 degrees. Also, things that'll also affect it, don't sit this in the sun. Keep it out of direct sunlight. If you can't avoid direct sunlight, throw a towel over it. One thing I really like about this cooler, aside from it being the wrong color, but this handle is great. If you had a white towel, you can drape it over it like this, make a little tent. And that would be almost as good as if this thing was painted white. So anyway, I don't know why people can't do a responsible cooler review on YouTube. This is going to be the first one. This is going to be part 1 of part 2, so anyway, I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and fill this cooler completely full, and it's going to be in the 80s to the 90s all week. And I'm going to sit it somewhere, probably not in the direct sun, because who sets their cooler in the direct sun? I'm going to fill it full of ice, and I'm going to count the days, and then I'm going to make a video and see what we get. So anyway, hope you enjoy this cooler. Oh, one other thing that I forgot. It's also bearproof. There's a picture of a bear eating the cooler. And it says it's bear resistant by the certified bear resistant, or the IGBC, Interagency Grizzly Bear Committee. So anyway, there's a picture of a bear trying to eat the cooler. And this is certified bear resistant, whatever that means. Oh, and it comes with a 5-year warranty for normal use. So, anyway, come back for part number 2.